Alright, hello and welcome to Drunken Dragon Gaming, where the drinks are cold, the meals are warm, and the games are on fire. Tonight we're back into our tabletop night. It's playing on an off night because our GM has some travel plans for next week, so there won't be tabletop next week, so we moved next week's game to this week. So I'm actually kind of excited to get to play around with Major Murica, aka Samuel Adams. I did manage to update his page in Scabbard, so I was pretty excited about that. Let me just pull that up real quick. Let's do it the easy way. Let's copy the link because I posted it elsewhere on a Discord where we do our gaming at. Oh, that's the Dirty Birds. So, okay, fine, we'll look at the Dirty Birds first. Let me go unmute myself while I'm hanging out with Scott as well. Alright, I'm live, and right now I'm showing chat the group page for the Dirty Birds. They can kind of read through it if they want. Yeah, I was actually pretty excited about this. You got the DV6, which is Samuel Major Murica Adams, and it gives you just kind of a brief little readout on each of them. So, because I know it can be tough to read, especially if Frostbite's here and he's trying to read this on his phone, that's going to be awfully tiny. Let me just read out what we got here because these are short paragraphs or descriptives. Says, Samuel Major Murica Adams, sharpshooting, elevated bald eagle hybrid and ideological spearhead of the squad. Veteran of countless ops, Major Murica is a symbol of rebellion, freedom, and noble precision. No one locks eyes with him without sensing the weight of history and high-caliber vengeance behind that stare. Thought that was a cool one. And then we got Ehlayreus, known as L. The psychic healer with a rough skin and rougher past. A hairless mutant with an armored hide and a sharp mind, L is the team's combat medic, lifesaver, and reluctant empath. I like the fact they said he's a reluctant empath, Scott. He's as likely to dissect an enemy's biology as he is to read their fractured soul. Haunted, hardened, and hell-bent on finding his lost friend. And then we got Kemo, the stealthy, cider-loving raccoon scout with a soft heart and sharp claws, a master of infiltration and sabotage. Kemo is part samurai, part rogue, and all adorable death. When he's not cracking jokes or sneaking past checkpoints, he's reading Poe or shredding on his mandolin. Just don't call him cute. It shows some interesting stuff for this Scott. And then we got Biaggio Durge, a towering white-haired silverback gorilla mutant with a battle axe, a tragic past, and the soul of a protector. Biaggio's strength is matched only by his loyalty and his sheer destruction in close-quarters combat. When diplomacy fails, Biaggio knocks the door down and then the building. So, yeah, I like that. And then, what do? Precision strikes, hit-and-run raids, long-range sniper hits, and stealth ops behind enemy lines. Hearts and minds, they aren't just killers, they're symbols. Their victories inspire whole settlements to rebel. Scav tech specialists, Dirty Birds don't just shoot, they scrounge. They're always on the hunt for old-world tech, relics, and secrets. And faction agitators, primarily aligned with the Republic of the Paw, they also freelance. They've stolen data from the Empire, sabotaged SCA convoys, and disrupted rogue AI networks. And why they matter in a world of gray morals and fractured loyalties, the Dirty Birds are proof that outcasts can lead revolutions. They don't play politics, they survive, fight for each other, and strike fear into every opposer who forgets what freedom really means. And it says, if you see their symbol, a talon-clutching skull, wings outstretched, you're already too late. That was a fun page to create. And then the next page, I'll just pull up for you guys to be able to see. I'm not going to read off everything that's on this page because there's just too much. But we got ourselves an update for Sam Adams' page on Scabbard with a lot of background and everything. So if y'all are curious about it or anything, I will find a way to easily drop this into chat. So if anybody wants to actually take a look at this, they can. And then I just finished updating my character because apparently I had a lot more character points left over than I thought I did. So he got a major update, and the GM has now looked at it and approved it. So he's all uploaded and everything. And then we found out that I had questions about things, and so then he had to fix some things on the character sheet because I was questioning how the grenade launcher works.
So we fixed it.
We did. And I like the idea of having a shaped charge. Holy crap.
Mm-hmm.
That thing's nasty.
Well, it's basically it's not an explosively forged projectile per se, but it's more of a heat round.
Yeah. I tell you what, let me find that bird that killed Ignacio. Let me shoot that at it. Tell me that just does a pink.
Yeah, that'll be much. Yeah, it'll do some damage. It may not take down the bird that aircraft that well, but it'll put a hole in some things.
Right.
What you need though is like one of the 64 millimeter or 100 millimeter rockets or missiles.
Right. So, all right, let's get ourselves back over to full view because that's my preferred view on the sheet. And then stretch this out so that we can see everything. There we go, perfect. So the things that we added in chat, son of a...
What happened?
Why did it do that? Oh, no, you updated my character sheet with an old character sheet.
Well, then update it again.
But then I'm going to lose the stuff for the grenade launcher.
Well, that's why I recommended, unless you want to send me your new character sheet, and I'll update on my end, and then update.
Yeah, I'll have to do that because I'm fearful of it because of how GCS works and whatnot. The way that I saw it was affecting Discord and whatnot, the way it was affecting Discord absolutely tells me that it would lock up my stream. Alright. Alright, there you go. I'll close the character sheet. That way you can update that. Because every time I saw Discord go not responding, anytime Discord goes not responding while I'm streaming, it crashes the stream. And it was only doing that while I had GCS open. So we got another 10-15 minutes chat while we wait for the other players to join in. Definitely excited about the game session tonight. We might get into some down and dirty stuff.
Quite possibly.
Yeah, and I even felt like I gave the stream a good name as well. The what do I call it? The Dirty Birds Fly, the Dirty Birds Rise. What was it? The Dirty Birds Take Flight.
Dirty Birds do something.
And having it as the full description there. The only thing that I didn't do to this that I should have, in the stream description, what I should have done is next to each of the characters, where is this featuring, it has all the characters. I should have put the link to their Scabbard pages on there. So, yeah, Chad, I was playing around with some Chat GPT today. I had to give it a lot of training. But after I gave it everything that I was wanting, all the descriptions of everything that we have for this game, boy, it creates stuff in a hurry and with well described.
So, if your GM says he's got no material, he's full of shit. He just That's what I say.
Yeah, but for me, for my world, I got to figure out how to get it to actually recognize the scabbard page.
What, for...
For Ixia.
Yeah, no, are you talking about for ChatGPT?
Yeah. It recognized. I was actually able to get it to pull stuff for Tales from Planets of the Mutants. I gave it some of the synopsis stuff off the page, but then I was like, "Hey, can you pull?"
Did you copy and paste directly in, or did you send it to hyper?
I copy and pasted directly in, but then what I did was, I copy and pasted just the information off a page, but then I went to the actual just campaign page, the main campaign page, so it links to all the other pages. I went, hey, I want information, I want to use all the information that's, connected to this. And I gave it the scabbard link for your scabbard. He went, okay. And it sat there, and the little dot sat there and span for a good 3.5 minutes. And I was like, all right, I'm ready. What do you want? So it took note of stuff from Empire Man, the Republic of the Paw. It took notes from all the different factions and everything. So I was really kind of excited about it because I didn't add in all the stuff about the Empire Man and the Republic of the Paw and everything. It pulled it all from the Scabbard site. And see, that sounded like that was a Brian. What's going on?
Hey.
Yeah, decent. And my son did all right at the Pinewood Derby. He walked away with first place. I'm gonna need to turn up your volume. You sound like you're 30. You sound like you're 30 feet away from your microphone.
No,
Let me just adjust volume there.
howdy.
Oh, yeah, I had you down at 40%. So, and there's Buzzard, also known as L. So, Brian, before the game kicks off, over in our Wolf chat, I made a page for us, which is the Dirty Birds page, and I want to get your opinion on it.
Okay, give me a moment because I'm loading the updated Kemo in.
Okay.
I want to make sure it actually went.
It still needs some tweaking. Don't get me wrong. It keeps on changing what Kemo does. Apparently, Kemo does a little bit of everything.
Yes, that is correct.
And so, so it's having a hard time deciding what your role is.
Well, kind of a scout. Really?
It's got that in there, along with the fact that you've got sticky fingers with a stickier trigger.
That is true, yeah. Alright, so I got it up.
So, yeah, I just want to get your opinion on it. I was really happy about the image that it came up with for me.
Made me look weird.
It did make you look weird.
I mean, I'm weird, but I ain't that weird, for God's sake.
Well, I mean, it makes you look like you're a Jedi Vulcan. With some really interesting
I think
feet.
it's funny. It says we're a tight-knit, battle-hardened unit.
Right.
How tight-knit we are.
A bunch of units, I think.
Uh-huh.
But
So what's going to happen when Sam ends up finding a case of Samuel Adams beer.
Well, he'll drink it, but he still won't be able to taste it. It could be skunky as hell. He wouldn't know.
Yep, that works.
There's a lot of advantages to that, though.
I kind of like the one part that had on Kemo, the stealthy cider-loving raccoon.
Yeah.
Soft heart, sharp claws, infiltration self-defense, part samurai, part rogue, all adorable death.
Yeah, I keep expecting Biaggio to pick me up and throw me at somebody.
Right? And, I really like the description it gave Biaggio. That last sentence that it has on his description is awesome.
Not in the building.
Right?
Okay, so double check, make sure Kemo went over right.
So then all you guys have to do on Scabbard is just add yourselves to this group in your connections. Just make yourself a member of, and
Yep, I do that.
the Wasteland's Wildest Strike Team.
Yeah, you guys are also, I guess now, members of the volunteers, so that's a group.
Yep. Yeah, I made this as a offshoot of the Volunteers, and the Volunteers being an offshoot of the Republic of the Paw.
Yeah. Hey, Roy. Welcome.
Hey,
Hey, Roy, you made it too. Awesome.
what's up, peeps? Hey, I like the picture.
Which one?
Yeah.
The one of the group.
Oh yeah.
I should have been a little bit taller, but
Right. Hey, I was going with what they gave me.
hey, that's good. That's a nice picture, though.
But the skull with the wings and the talons is supposed to be our team's symbol.
Oh, our logo? Oh my! I have to get that put on all my gear now.
Hmm. Although I don't know why they gave the raccoon a mask.
Right.
Doesn't he have a natural mask of his own?
Well, I think it was going off of something off of his page that described a piece of his gear.
Oh, okay.
A mask
Probably
over a
some sort
mask
of night goggles or something.
over a mask. Yeah, well then they didn't get Major Murica's goggles either.
No. But
Well,
But no, I was playing around with ChatGPT today, and I managed to load in the descriptions of all y'all's characters from what you had on Scabbard. And so I was like, this is who this is, this is who this is, this is who this is. And then I was able to give it y'all's call signs and everything. And after I put all that information in, I was like, okay, give me a dossier file for the Dirty Birds. And this is what it gave me. Now, one of the things that I did also, you'll notice most of the time when you go to a group, it has that little tab down at the bottom that says org chart, and it has a little circleless line through it because there's nothing there. We actually have an org chart. It's not real detailed, but
Yeah.
there's our org chart.
Ooh, why they matter?
Right.
Hey, Chris, if you take stuff that it writes for you, and you adjust it and rewrite it in your words and give it back to it, in a very short period of time, it will start writing like you write.
Right. Well, that's the thing is I don't want it to write like I write
Yeah.
because I write horrible.
Oh man, I've really been enjoying it. It now, and when it writes things for me, I'm like, damn man, that is totally in the way I would have written it, or little adjustments here and there, but I'm like, man, that is not bad.
Grant,
It's pretty cool.
I've gotten it trained pretty well as to how I want emails to be sent at work.
Yeah, I think just about every week find something new that it blows my mind on. I was working on like a folk tale for a story I was working on, and just running ideas back and forth. And once I got something nailed down, and I always communicate back, is say, hey, here's what I finally came up with. Just want you to keep you in the know. And it was like, oh, that's cool, yeah, and then suggested, there are all sorts of ways that this folk tale can be handed down, this, that, and the other, and or a song. And I was like, a song?
Oh, you know what
Write a song with what we just came up with, and it spit back out a fabulous fucking like medieval tavern song with my legend that I just wrote.
Right.
Yeah, one of the guys for my Pathfinder group, he used Chat GPT to write a song about our group also, and it came out really well.
Oh, see, I wind up using a different AI thing for that kind of thing, because it'll write the lyrics, but it'll also actually make the music.
Well, ChatGPT will do that for you too.
Yeah, it put music on his and everything.
Oh no, I mean music that I can actually play over my speakers.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, it'll do that too. I mean,
okay.
It's not great, but yeah, I was blown away. It wrote it, and then it was like, would you like me to give you some sheet music for this? I was like, damn, sure.
So I thought you guys would also like this last link that I threw in there.
The crazier thing is, well, the thing that was truly crazy, because that I was like, okay, we spent a few days looking at this, so, but I was in a game session, and somebody threw out just a song title, and I went back to ChatGPT and I said, give me a song from this title, and it just wrote a song just from a title, and it was a fabulous song. And
oh yeah.
Like, wow.
Oh yeah, I've used it a number of times for music and whatnot. I've even looked at using it as intro music for my streams and whatnot. And I was using it early on when I was first playing with it. I was looking for music for like bards to be playing and whatnot inside taverns and whatnot. And man, it came out with some really, really great stuff. But I figured I'll let y'all see this one too. I threw the link over there in Discord just if y'all want to browse it. But I had to throw in all the information, but then also allow it to have dramatic license, just as Ignacio would have. And so I updated Ignacio's Scabbard page, even though he's dead. And I like his final words. Oh, and his legacy and campaign hooks. I gotta hide that, but I liked this one, and I thought I'd share this one with you, Scott. Yeah. Rebel fighters in the Republic of Nepal now use Lucky Iggy's, unofficial field ops that rely on creative risk and high mobility.
That's pretty cool.
Okay, I'm back. I had to go get my dinner.
Oh yeah, there's rumors that Iggy survived, and apparently he's no longer Ignacio. He's now Ignacio Lucky Iggy Sanchez.
Yeah, for dinner I'm having chicken, roasted chicken patty, and broccoli.
Oh, see, I had a phenomenal beef gravy. It was loaded down with beef, over top of egg noodles with green beans.
I am having Taco Bell.
Living dangerously.
He found it in the wasteland.
Yeah.
But no, I just
I'm a raccoon, so I'll eat out of the garbage. So.
I figured I'd share with y'all the updated Ignacio Sanchez page, just because I wanted to.
didn't sound right.
Did not sound right.
Yeah, y'all heard the crash too?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah. I was getting ready to say that sounded like the street crashing.
No. No, that was my daughter walking down a hallway, apparently bumping something, and makes all the toys and everything fall out of the drawers, and they all crash to the ground.
Nice.
So, but no, I thought y'all'd like to see his updated sheet just to. Oh, and I love the fact that it decided that the Chat GPT decided this, and I decided to roll with it. That Samuel Adams posthumously gave Ignacio, membership to the Dirty Birds with the call sign of DB2. Hell, they even have it where, final words as recorded in DB6's audio log. Which, I was on the bus, so I'm not surprised if I was tapped in the audio log. But, man, it does sound like something Ignacio would say, but honestly, I would have never thought of saying this playing as me. But, if I die, don't mourn me. Just remember this. I didn't live because I was lucky. I lived because I never stopped trying. And if the wasteland takes me, well, then hell, I earned it. And I'm sitting going, yes, I did. I earned it.
I didn't know him very well, but I did admire him.
He was a quiet raccoon.
Oh.
I'm just I'm working on a report at the same time to listen to you guys.
Hey, Metallica fan, what's going on? All right, so we're getting ready to kick off the session, so I'll no longer verbally talk with chat, so we don't break the immersion. But if we take a break, then I'll verbally talk with chat. But myself and the guys can all, communicate with you guys via text in the chat as things progress. So if y'all have questions or anything, feel free to ask them in chat, and we'll answer them as we can. All right.
Y'all set?
Green light.
All right.
Red light.
Okay.
Sorry, I couldn't help it.
Green light, coffee maker. Okay, guys. So y'all get your gear, packed up, stowed back up in the bird cage. You're able to get some pop off. So they did have some biodiesel here. To power. They got vehicles of their own that they power as well. And I guess the next thing is y'all we're going to talk to the folks at their headquarters.
Yes.
One of the things y'all wanted to do. So go to that page and see if I can find people's.
Which headquarters?
The Ridgewatch folks. I think that's what you were looking for.
Oh yeah, Ridgewatch, because I've already got the Rookery enlisted.
Yep.
Also, I have a note at the end of my notes that says that I'm supposed to roll an IQ roll for trying to learn under pressure for driving the.
Oh, yep.
Yeah. You gotta do
both of
those.
you do. You and
Kemo.
Kemo. Thank you.
Mm-hmm.
I forgot your name there for just a second. An IQ. EQ.
Yeah, just a straight IQ roll. No penalties or anything, unless you have eidetic memory, at which point you get a +5. Now, if you have photographic memory, you get a +10.
But this isn't rote memorization. This is actually practicing and doing things.
Made it by one, made it by two. They both made it.
All right, looks that way. All right then. I guess y'all earn a point toward driving track.
Nice.
Make a note of that. And I haven't posted it yet, but this past Monday was my birthday.
Happy birthday.
Everybody with 5 character points.
But Friday was my
it is
birthday.
going- Yeah, well, mine's one that counts because I'm the GM.
Oh.
There you go.
Oh.
Yeah.
I see how it is.
You. Happy birthday to you.
Fine.
It evens it out because everybody's like, oh, I'm gonna have a birthday. Oh,
Say fine, then I won't give you your Dungeon Fantasy points then.
yeah, whatever. You're not running it anyway. Yeah. So there's that. You also got points for completing a major part of major story arc, which is actually getting out here into the area where the former site known as the Oak Ridge National Laboratory is. So that's a thing. So you got points for that. Plus a few other things. I still have to go back and look at character sheets in game and validate OTF.
Yep.
So I have to go through and do that.
One of these days I'm gonna have to figure out how to do
They're pretty easy.
There is actually one of the scabbard pages has OTS. Just search for it. You should really find it.
And most everybody has
on the fly formula.
most everybody has acrobatics, and it has the acrobatic dodge OTF in that file. So you can literally just copy and paste it into an OTF, and there you go. You got your first OTF already completed.
Actually, I think he already put that on the character sheet. He uploaded that.
Mine had to be adjusted to aerobatic dodge.
Still not too hard. But there's other things too, like if you can actually pump that up a little bit to where if you pass or fail, that aerobatics or freaking acrobatics, that it'll give you a bonus or a negative to your dodge. So all one button push and get both the rolls. So there's that. What else? Okay. Anyway, so back to the intel. I'll actually be speaking to Lieutenant Calhoun.
Lieutenant Calhoun. All right.
I think some of you have actually met this guy.
You got an image for him?
Yes, we do.
Oh yeah, the skunk.
Oh, yeah. The coolest skunk this side of the Mississippi. Yeah.
All right. Cool. Well, then I'll take advantage of my newly spent points that makes me the way that I'm supposed to be. All right. So we're going to talk to Lieutenant Calhoun. What did we need to talk to him for?
I thought y'all were going to be hitting him up for any kind of battlefield intelligence.
Okay.
You got.
Okay.
Man, you got to write this shit down, dude.
Well, I do.
It's been a week.
Dude, it's been a week.
Yeah, I know. Same. Working on a frickin' SharePoint site to run my my PMO. So standing up. So.
All right.
Still got to get buy-in from the PMs.
All right. Get myself into character here. All right. Lieutenant Calhoun.
Yep.
Hey, we're getting ready to head over to Ornal. We got a job over there, and I'm looking for some battlefield intelligence, if y'all got any.
Mm-hmm.
I got a little bit from the Rookery about some things over there, but, I could also use some on-the-ground information.
Okay. Well, okay. Yeah, follow me in here and we'll get you squared away.
All right. Appreciate it.
All right, so he pulls some shit out of the way and lays out a paper map that I have. Looks like it actually looks like it's a very well drawn but hand drawn map of the escarpment area that that used to be what was Oak Ridge, Tennessee, and also what the hell was that the name of the town? I was just spinning the day. Anyway, and it features like the I-4O trail.
Okay.
It heads south and east out of here. Goes over the ridge behind the holdfast, and then kind of hangs like a little bit of left, heading kind of eastward, east-southeast, and till it reaches a river. He says, right here, you're going to have some trouble. The main bridge on the trail there is gone. There's a smaller bridge, which there is a group of folks that control that area. They have kind of a little fortress town, but it's more like a bandit outpost, if anything.
Are they friendlies or?
No, we've had problems with them before, but
right.
they don't come
out there
too
to
close.
shake people down, or?
They sometimes do. It just depends on how bad of a season they're having. And but I don't have anything since winter in them, so I don't know how bad things are. They haven't raided up this across the ridge yet that I'm aware of. And my team's been trying to keep an eye on that area from where they're at up here on our side of the ridge. So there's that. But once you get past that small fortress town, which is going to be as far as raiders go, that's going to be your major trouble spot. Then you're going to pretty much turn east and follow the valley. And it's kind of rough going because it's mostly wooded. The turf the ground there is kind of soft, so you should be okay with your tracked vehicle. Doing that, it's got a pretty wide footprint.
When you say it's a small bridge, this is a rather large vehicle. How are we going to do with traversing that bridge? Is it going to be able to handle the weight?
I don't know how much you guys grossing.
Kemo?
Say it again?
How much do we weigh?
The vehicle?
Yeah, vehicle, gear, and us.
I do not know. I was never given that number, but I'm imagining a lot.
Well, actually, we were given the number when we first were looking at the vehicle, and we were talking about the different sizes. But I think all of us are easily carrying a couple hundred pounds of stuff.
I think if we're using standard measurements, we're 4 Biaggios in weight.
Let's see what I can give you here. Un momento, por favor. I don't want to update right now.
How you like that, Big O? You became a standard weight unit.
I like it, you know. About 4 kids.
How many Biaggios is that? Oh, that's a lot of Biaggios.
Yeah. I think he underestimated that.
And honestly, I think that we definitely weigh more than 4 of him.
Yeah, I agree.
Remember, you can always have a butt ton, so why not have a Biaggio ton?
There you go.
For a Biaggio butt.
Does this armor make my butt look big?
Oh, it's so.
Butt is just big.
So what you're saying is that Big Eo's got a ton of butt?
Oh my! Are you telling me I gotta go work out? Tell my glutes?
Don't skip leg day.
Yeah, buns of steel.
Eat
Okay.
My master.
You look
Yeah, so-
over and he's benching the vehicle.
I don't know. Can he bench press 13 tons?
Oof.
Even if I use my power up, I don't think I can.
No, you might be able to shift. You might be able to shift slightly.
Yeah.
That's a bit of weight.
Yeah,
it's a big-
26,000
it's a big, heavy
pounds.
vehicle.
All right, so 13, a little over 13 tons.
Yeah. God, I keep clicking the wrong one.
I think it'd go over that bridge.
Because with all of us in our gear, we're still not hitting a ton. So I'll just go a little over 13 tons.
Yeah, so that still leaves you probably about 44,000 pounds. Pretty good towing capacity in this thing.
Okay. Well, my question still was, is the bridge going to be able to handle it?
Well, that's a good question. He says probably so.
Probably.
Well, yeah. I mean, and it's been a few hundred, quite a while since the thing was built. But there's also probably some fording areas too, if you want to try further downstream.
Oh, so we could avoid them if necessary. So, can you mark those boarding spots, or can I get a? Actually, do you have a blank sheet of paper and is something I can draw with?
Yeah.
Great. And so I'll work on making a duplicate of this map.
Okay, so he pulls out some butcher paper. It's shiny on one side, waterproof if you will, just like regular butcher paper, and a green and yellow box full of stuff.
Let's get everything up to date. Okay, perfect. Woo, my cartography's still not awesome, but we'll give it a shot. Well, because I'm copying, that would normally come with a +1 or 2. What do you think?
+1.
Okay.
Yeah. And the only reason why I say it's a +1 instead of a +2 is because you're using crayons.
All right. Works for me.
Yeah. Yeah, you only got 32 colors, not 64, sorry.
There we go. So I've got a duplicate of the map, and now I'll use that map. I'll use the duplicate to be able to mark the fording spots that he's talking about.
Okay. So that takes you about an hour to copy that map.
Understood. I think it's still worth it because then we'll have a map to take with us.
Okay. Good deal.
Yeah, that bridge sounds like a bad idea all the way around. I mean, we would be really vulnerable and exposed.
Well, and I really don't want us to be slowed down because we're on a bit of a time crunch.
Yeah, I mean, the fording spots will take you about 10 miles downstream, but then again, you may be able to avoid that town.
Right.
And then, of course, you'll have to go further south and east and then cut back northwest.
That's fine. I think that'll be our best choice to make the best time.
Now, he says one problem, or one of the things you want to also note, though, is the further you get close to the site that you're trying to get to, the flora and fauna get a little bit more weird than normal.
Oh, fantastic.
Yeah.
I mean,
some
like,
of it,
weird in what way?
They eat back.
yeah, like you said.
They like to eat vegetarians.
Uh-huh.
Well, I mean, who doesn't?
Yeah, they're good for you.
Well,
Vitamin.
as my grandpappy said, is old Native American saying that said vegetarian. It's an old Native American word for bad hunter.
Corn fat?
Is there anything similar to people eating tasty animals? I don't know. Anyhow, so that's probably your best bet, from what I understand. Oh, and one other thing too, we have picked up some encrypted radio traffic on our broad spectrum scans, but it's burst communication, so we don't know and it's of course encrypted. So
All right. Hey,
we
as
know
long
it's
as
coming from the valley, but that's all we know.
we don't encounter Audrey out there, then we should be fine. You know, and everybody in the game is old enough to know who Audrey is, but they might not remember. Little Shop of Horrors.
Oh,
It's the name of
Audrey.
it's the name of the plant.
Yeah.
Oh. Wow.
be
Although-
Seymour, be now.
Yeah, we need a Seymour character.
Right?
Yeah, I'll have to get you one. I already have an Otto in the game. I just haven't met him yet.
All right.
Uplifted lab rat is very nerdy.
All right, Calhoun. Appreciate the information. You got anything else for us?
No, like I said, probably that encrypted radio traffic might be Imperial scouts or probing from the Soviet Expeditionary Army too. So
All right.
really don't know, but neither one of those two elements is actually pushed into the valley yet at all that we're aware of.
All right. Sounds like we need to keep our radio traffic down just in case.
I'd recommend it.
All right, guys. So it might be hand signals and smoke signals.
Fire.
So. Oh, yay. The upload speed just died.
Who?
Oh, on the stream. I'm looking at my upload speed, and it's just tanked.
Piteous.
It's pittering along. I mean, it's still going. It's just really, really, really low.
Yeah, probably just your bandwidth.
Yeah, it's not normal. But, okay. Anyhow, I'm assuming we don't have an actual picture of that map that you were describing to us, so.
Really, no, the best I could do, because I haven't had a chance to develop it yet,
Sure.
is probably get you a screenshot of Google.
I was gonna say, what? You have to pay bills?
Yeah, crazy, huh?
No. They should outlaw that.
Yeah, I think, right?
Well, if we could at least go back to our region map so that we've got that available, that would be awesome.
Yeah, I'll get that for you here in a second. In the meantime, crab orchard. From there.
Calhoun, I'll make a note in my report about how helpful you've been. There we go. Now the speed's getting back up where it belongs.
Just one of those fast burst radio transmissions eating up your bandwidth.
Yeah. Well, so that you guys know, while we're waiting for GM, so I've got 3 screens, but I've also got a laptop next to me. So I've got the streaming software on one screen. I've got Discord on another screen, and then my main screen has the game. And then on the laptop, I've got YouTube up so I can see the health of the stream, and it's what gives me the warning signal that I'm having issues with upload or with audio. And so when I saw that it had the little spinning circle like it was having trouble loading the stream, I had to glance over at Streamlabs. I went, oh, look at that. It's down below 1,000. and the normal streaming speed for me is 10,000.
These just need to talk slower.
Maybe.
Real slow.
Or talk less, and they need the buffer times to catch up.
Well, the thing is, it's still recording, so it's still uploading. So anybody that watches the stream after the fact, they won't get that buffering, and they'll hear everything we said. They'll, with no issue. It'll just be for the people that are watching it live that wind up with that buffering.
Here goes nothing. Let's throw it in here.
Yeah, after checking Scabbard, Sam Adams had a few points to spend. Okay, all right, I got you.
It's as good as I'm going to get you. I mean, it's just as good as it gets, really. But
Oh, we're heading west.
no, that's east.
That's east.
Oh, east. We're leaving from Crab Orchard. Duh.
Mm-hmm.
Right. We're going to the little red dot.
Yeah, so pretty much straight east. Although, like it shows, you're going to have to. Kingston is the place where that bridge is,
Okay.
crossing that river there. So,
Oh.
yeah, that's going to be your issue.
That's not just a river. That's damn near marshland with that many intersections of
Yeah.
rivers.
Well, the thing is these rivers aren't as big because it's been 500 plus
Right.
since the sundering, and so they're down to their old status of being streams and stuff because their reservoir is not backing it up.
So probably what we'll want to do, guys, is right here where it's got the Highway 70 mark, which I'm sure it's not given a road name or anything. Even if that road even exists, it's probably just a trail. But we can use that, and then at that spot where 40 is going to split off to 58 to take us up where we're going, we can probably just split off from that and head up from there.
Yeah, but you're right next to Kingston, which is that fortress town.
Right, and that's what I was saying. If we're right here, just below where it's got the 70, right below where it says Kingston, you got that section there below that says 70. I mean, that's probably a good 10, 12 miles away from Kingston. So that's a pretty fair distance.
Mm-hmm.
And then use that as our crossover spot, and then use 70 to go down, and then 58 up, and that'll let us avoid Kingston.
Met a little girl in Kingston town.
That's my thought.
Sounds like a song. I met a little girl in Kingston Town.
Yeah.
So, but you guys good with that route?
Yeah, that sounds good. I don't know the area that well, so I'm all up for it. I'm just along for the ride.
Emo
He
takes
says-
the map and takes it to the front of the inside of the vehicle so he can keep track.
I'm gonna do a quick thing, just because I also have knowledge of the area. Throw in a little area knowledge. Trying to throw in a little bit of Sam's own personal area knowledge in that area too.
Okay.
And I made it by 7.
All right. So, what are you trying to find? Or
I'm trying to say, since Sam's been all over this area, the Appalachians is his kind of turf.
Mhm.
Any other spots in this area that I know that raiders have been active in the past?
Yeah. It's probably not on your map, but
Well, I'd say, for instance, like where Cedar Grove is. It's just outside of Kingston. I realize that, but that could be a potential other raider encampment.
yeah, I don't think so.
Okay.
Because it was probably wiped out in flash floods. It's not as built up as, let's say, Kingston is.
Okay.
Even though Kingston was pretty much flattened, but the thing is, though, it also has some infrastructure, so that's why there's something there.
Okay.
If anything, your biggest problems are going to be the wildlife in the Oak Ridge area. You'll get one thing. Calhoun says is that when you're heading east, we got you'll get some top cover from the rookery up until you get to that really heavy or steep ridge line right there.
Okay. Over by Emery Gap.
Yeah, pretty much. That's as far as pretty much like Rockwood. And
Okay.
That's their flight area, their radius. So.
All right. Appreciate it.
So.
Hey, look.
So
There's Eureka. We can find all kinds of science there.
Eureka. Yeah. And of course, the woods are pretty thick, so it's already green on this map. Imagine
Right.
what it would be 500 years from now with unchecked growth.
Right.
So.
Glorious.
Yeah,
Okay.
it would be glorious.
I think we've got our route planned, so we'll head south of Kingston, and then come around. Because just thinking about it and knowing that we're on a time-sensitive crunch, we need to avoid anything that might seriously slow us down, and passing through a town that may or may not slow us down. I mean, sure, there's a possibility we could just pass through free and clear, no issues. But there's also, and the downside is it's a 50-50 chance.
Yeah.
And so the other 50% is that they're going to try to steal from us, and then, we might wind up in combat, we might wind up in, and then people could get injured, and that's going to slow us down. The vehicle could get damaged in combat. We need to avoid that, even though crossing the river could damage the vehicle. But I think it's our safer bet.
Yeah. Yeah, that's possible.
I also expect that bandits and what have you will be watching or have watchers on the main path, routes and what have you. So taking something else is probably good.
Yeah. And we'll want to cut off towards Kingston at... Ooh, there's not a good spot.
There are not very many good spots, but like I said, the water on this is going to be
Very different.
probably past that width at best.
Okay.
So picking a good spot to cross will be interesting.
I think I asked this when we first got the vehicle, and you said it could ford about 12 inches. This one can't float, correct?
No, it's like I said, 26 tons or 13 tons. No, it could ford up to 36 inches.
Okay.
Okay.
It's
So
pretty tall.
the only way I can
Everybody lift your feet up.
the only way I can show you guys what I'm thinking about is if y'all look at the stream. I'm thinking this spot right here would be our spot to cut off the road, head south, and then cut in here so we avoid Kingston. Because I don't have a way to show y'all on the map because the map's on Discord.
Yeah.
But if you look at the stream, then you'll be able to see what I'm talking about.
Oh, let's see here. All right, I'm there.
Okay, so see how we got the I-4O right here? We got Emery Gap here. You know, this is where we're pretty much going to lose our air support. So once we get into this area here, we got this road that kind of kicks back this way. I'm thinking we'll take this road that kicks back, or this trail that kicks back, and then and then cross here. And then when we cross here, then we'll come up to here, and then follow the road up, and then that'll take us up to where we're trying to get to.
Here, it looks like we're going to be crossing twice down there where it says the estates.
Right, but
there's two new cross there.
Right, but the thing is, Scott said these things are about half their width, which means this side right here is probably dry.
Okay, that's good.
So that's what I was saying. We'll use the elbow there to make our choice to come down, over, and then up.
Yeah.
We good with that? We good with that idea, guys?
Works for
That's
me.
the driver. That's the driver.
That's why I'm taping the map to the dashboard so I can follow it.
Yep. All right. Then I think we've got our course planned.
Okay.
Okay, so before we leave, I do a good walk around, test all the nuts, bolts, whatever in the vehicle, do a shakedown, make sure it's filled up, that sort of stuff.
Okay.
Biggie
Just give
opens
me.
over and shakes the vehicle.
Yeah, I'll shake it.
Yeah. Just do your vehicle track vehicle maintenance or whatever auto mechanic roll at +4.
Okay. +4. Well, I'm just gonna roll it, and then if it, I made it with the normal roll.
Okay.
So once we pass that escarpment where we're going to lose the aerial support from the rookery, that's when I'll start providing aerial support. So I'll use that opportunity for those, looks like about 10 miles, 10, 12 miles. I'll just ride on top of the vehicle. And then once we lose our rookery support, then I'll start providing the aerial support.
Okay. All right, so let's get you guys moving.
Oh, and I got my flight skill better now, so I can. I got a little bit more endurance on the flight now.
Good deal. Okay. So we'll put you guys closer. All right. Okay. Well, we're gonna head out. The weather is absolutely shitty as fuck. It is.
Of course
it's
it
just
is.
raining. Raining mutant cats and dogs. But so the visibility is shit. Maybe a mile at best, or maybe 2, depending on whether if the weather breaks or not. But certainly down in once you're looking down from the escarpment, the ridge that you're leaving Crab Orchard into the valley, you can definitely tell that it's socked in.
All right. In that case, I'll ride inside the vehicle.
So Rookery even going to be able to spot for us?
That's a good question. Maybe or probably not. The weather went to shit.
Yeah, I mean, they're not really going to be that useful.
Maybe it's a bunch of penguins.
There you
Not
go.
bothered by water. They're birds.
But yeah, they'll help for sure. The little jet packs on them, like what was that, a second Batman movie? Oh wait, those are rockets. Never mind.
Oh, that's not the goggles I'm wearing. I got the other things that you sent me. Gargoyle is what I'm wearing.
Yeah, I just got to get them
Okay.
statted up. But they're basically the same.
All right, so do I have the hyperspectral available on it?
Yeah, I believe it came. It comes sort of with it. I mean, it works that way. Yeah.
Okay. Well, I was just trying to get, because you said it's part of a set, and since I don't have the rest of the set, I was wanting to make sure that I understood which pieces do I have and which pieces I don't.
Yeah, it still runs off. I think a cell. I can't remember which, but yeah. I have to pull it up again. Could I?
So that means I can run with the UV-IR enhancement?
Yeah, basically, you're looking at that. Let's see here. Yeah, it does tie into your weapon, because if you got a HUD link with it, so that's a good thing. Which means you get a +2 and smart gun link for that.
Is my gun a smart gun?
Tech level 9, is it not?
Double checking. Oh, weird. It doesn't show the tech level on.
Should be. It's ETC, so it's definitely tech level 9.
Okay. Yeah, so it doesn't give me the tech level on the gear on our GURPS Game Aid.
Huh.
That's
Okay. Yeah,
that's something we need to mention to him. I need the tech level on the gear.
Yeah. I thought it did have that in there.
No. I'm looking at my carried equipment. Uses, money, weight, overall money, overall weight, and the reference.
I don't have it either. Interesting.
Okay.
So, okay. So, yes, if it's TL9, then yes, I've got that.
Oh, this is a software suite. That's why. That's a software suite.
What is?
The red eye, is that we're looking? That's the smart. That's a software suite. It's not the actual the goggles are the gargoyle. I was looking at. That's why I was wrong. The gargoyles. Sensors and optics.
I was looking at the Gargoyle Technical Optics, provide armored,
Yeah,
hyperspectral, HUD-linked vision.
Yeah, I was looking at the wrong item. There's a software package that goes with, that can be used with the gargoyles, and that's the Red Eye Integrated Smart Weapon Interface.
Oh, that's that's the IFF Target Recognition Suite?
No, that's different.
No, that's different. Okay.
Yeah, the Red Eye links to your smart weapon
Gotcha.
to give you the ballistic overlays, and firing solutions.
So the
yeah,
HUD,
yeah,
so the one that's the HUD ready display,
that's the gargoyle. It's tactical optics. It has a HUD ready display in it, which you can plug into the PTC
or the
smart
TACnet,
weapon.
or the
Yeah.
okay.
Yeah, TACnet is the software that creates the virtual network.
Oh,
For the between all anyone else who happens to have a PTC.
that sounds handy.
Mm-hmm. And of course, the TAC Link coordination server is actually your AI augmented battle command system.
Okay.
So it's some stuff I thought of because I was thinking about my days working in the battalion headquarters.
It uses
Anyhow.
2B batteries apparently.
Okay, well that's fine. It lasts a long time.
20 hours.
So yeah, you got thermals, you got low light. It's got all that crap in there.
All right.
Include highlighting with the beholder and silhouette softwares too. So it can be either configured in a visor or in goggles like yours are.
All right.
I'll take 2.
All right.
One
Cool.
for each eye.
Exactly.
So the base model is only $80,000. It's adjusted, of course.
I'm on it. Got that. Pocket change.
Yeah.
All right. Got it.
Manufactured by Zetatech Ocular Systems Division.
All right. So
Zetatech brand.
before we head out, I'll tap into the comms and contact what was that owl's name? The owl from the workery, my friend.
Mm-hmm.
What was his name? There's been a lot of stuff in this chat.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, I passed it. Uh-oh. Oh, there we go. Discord's doing its thing, which means it's going to crash my stream. Oh, wait.
Yeah, I'm here.
Yeah, I'm still here.
Okay. It did not crash the stream. All right, cool. Let's see. Crap, I cannot remember that owl's name.
Maybe you should check the wolf chat. Or
I am checking the wolf chat. Oh, hold on. Let me scroll all the way to the bottom because there's a new thing. Oh, there we go. Hologlide.
Mm-hmm.
All right. Get back over here. Pull this up. All right. No. Which name do I use? I'll use that one. Okay. Phantom to Hologlide.
That's right, you're talking to me.
Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah. Hologlide, send it.
Hey, this kind of weather, what kind of support y'all are actually going to be able to provide? Because those most of you boys, their wings are a little on the thin side.
Well, do what we can.
All right. All right, so looks like the closest you'll be able to get us to is the ridge, and then beyond that, we've got the rest. So you got about 10 miles range, and then we got the other 30 miles on our own.
Unless the weather breaks.
All right. All right. You got any kind of you got anybody doing any kind of weathering to give us a gauge on when the storm's going to pass?
I don't even have a shaman, dude. Okay. No weather spirits here. Sorry, dude.
Oh, you got the rain rock. You stick it outside going, if it's wet, it's raining.
That's right. And if it's moving, it's very windy. Yes.
Yeah. And if you can't see it, it's foggy.
That's right.
Okay. All right. Well, then we'll take what support you can provide. We appreciate it, and then I'll take over air support when we get out of range.
All right then.
All right, Kemo, let's roll out.
Got it. Driving. Crap.
Oh,
Any penalties?
I'm gonna give you
back
minus.
off that date.
Yeah, -2 for the rain.
Wait.
And minus.
Say, you're not Kemo.
And
Chemo's a bitch.
You're,
It was a bitch getting in and out of that gate.
Yeah.
yeah, minus another 1 for the road conditions.
-3 total.
Yeah,
DB5.
that's avoid road hazard.
I'm sending it now.
All right.
I failed.
Yeah. Well, shit.
By a lot?
By 4.
Yeah, by a lot.
Oof.
Okay.
Damn. Pull it back in. Let's get some repairs.
Hey, I thought you checked the tracks on this thing.
I did. Maybe when Biaggio did the shakedown, he broke something.
Ah.
Is that where we're going?
I see. Blame it on the new guy. I'm afraid to click on anything while Discord's showing itself as not responding.
Freaking
Throw the
pothole.
big guy under the bus.
So, I mean, inside the, freaking huge, like a whole track fell into it, So y'all basically, it's got 8 sets on one side, so everybody bounced inside 4 times.
Wow.
Oh.
On the right side.
As soon as we get past that pothole, I want to check the tracks again.
Say,
Okay.
Discord hung so hard that I didn't hear hardly any of that.
Okay.
You
They
don't-
hit a huge, what looked like to be just a shallow puddle, turned out to be a massive freaking pothole, almost a sinkhole. And, yeah, I already checked to see if you did any damage to your vehicle. Luckily, you did not. A secret roll on your part. And of course, going out there, checking the track and everything, you did not find any damage. So you're able to carry on after half an hour.
It was an invisible pothole.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Yep. Covered in
You want
water.
another driving roll?
Apparently, I clicked
You
a
want
button. Apparently, I clicked a button I shouldn't have.
Yeah, so stop clicking buttons.
So did you want another driving roll then?
Yeah, we got another driving roll. Killing it. Killing it.
Damn.
Let me use the luck.
You sure you want to do that?
Hey, L?
I don't use it very often, so why not?
Okay.
So, L, you want to take over driving?
No, I mean, Kemo's a better driver than I am, and his conditions are horrible. He's doing great.
He's all liquored up today.
There
All
we
right.
go.
Oh no, it's hung. All right. Well, then let's do this. Close that.
Okay, so 5:59 my time.
Oh yeah, look at that. Everything's hanging, chat. Oh, let's give Discord a second.
I use the luck.
Okay,
Stop.
so y'all stop. And he's out there checking track, so let me get him pulled onto the scene. Clear.
We haven't even made it out of town.
Actually, yeah, y'all have made it almost to the first escarpment.
Oh, okay.
I also thought we were still trying to do that stuff, so that's good.
Okay. Mhm. Yeah, somewhat, yeah. Okay. All right, so I'm gonna pull everybody to the scene.
Give me a second. I'm still trying to reload the game. It's thinking about what it wants to be when it grows up.
Mm-hmm. Now, let me know if you cannot see or anything. I just want
Right now, I've got the scene from Spaceballs with a tiny hair pick.
I see said the blind man as he picked up his hammer and saw.
I got the whole, we ain't found.
We're at the very top. Oh yeah, we're half
Yeah.
on, half off.
Yeah, basically.
It's trying to load.
Well, let's hope it does. I mean, it's showing you in.
I'm up to 52%.
Yeah. It was 9 anyway, so let me